Well, I'm a bit of a honey fan, so I'm going to show you one of the absolute best honeys that I've ever had in the entire world. And I've tried a lot of honeys from a lot of different places. And this one is actually from Ontario. It's made by native people and it's called Wigwas. It's a wild birch honey. And now these people make several different kinds of honey, but this one is my favorite. I can't even tell you the name of the people because I forget. But even if I did know, I probably wouldn't tell you because you would flood them with orders and they just don't make enough. They don't make enough that they only sometimes one time they sold me a jar that was this big for like $5 because that's all they had. This tiny little jar like that. You know those tiny little tiny ones? Yeah, those little tiny ones. Yeah, it was $5 and that's all they had that they could sell outside because they didn't have a lot that year. So this is one is just a step up. You can see, and just by the size of the jar, this is like you can see the different sizes of the jar, and even like this honey jar, which is a kilo. So as you can see, it's just a tiny little jar, and it has kind of like a minty. I just tried some like almost kind of like a minty taste, but it's not minty. It's different. It's very strong, bold, but delicious taste that honestly I can't even remember, or I don't really have a proper description for it because there's nothing else like it. So if you're ever lucky enough to come across these native honey sellers in Toronto or the surrounding area, you will be very lucky indeed. Um, your good chance of finding them is coming to a powwow or a round dance, because a lot of times if they're selling at a round dance, then they'll have this honey, or they might give it away as a gift. But definitely a powwow. I've seen them at powwows, and that's actually where I ended up buying my honey, was at a powwow, because that's the only place I see them. Very small supply, very short supply, but literally the best honey you'll ever get. Wigwas, it's a wild birch honey from just around side of Ontario. And like I said, I'm not getting paid for this, obviously, because I'm not giving you any information on where to buy it. But that's the deal.